Well, I should know that when I create notes, because that part of me wants to offer just profound wisdom and experiences and just be that reflection. And I've honestly been thinking about this, sitting in the eye of a storm, ever since Nina and I spoke about it. Because it came, we always touch base before we decide on a title. Because I wanted to reflect kind of what all you've been talking about and keep it relevant. So that title just came to me, and I said, Leah's like, yes. And because life is full, right? Life is really full for everybody right now. So what I'm inspired to do right now is just play for a couple minutes instead of getting into the words. I'm just going to play. How are you all feeling? Better. Peaceful. Better. Kind of just taking a moment to just go, ah. Right? That was sitting in the eye of a storm. What is a storm for you? What is a storm? Anybody? How would you define a storm?
Doubt.
Excuse me?
Doubt.
Doubt. Oh, yeah.
Upheaval.
Upheaval.
Uncertainty.
Uncertainty.
Mistrust.
Excuse me?
Mistrust.
Mistrust.
Storm? Storm?
A storm.
Literal
Thunder.
storm.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
Packing.
What is it?
Packing.
Packing. Packing can be a storm, absolutely. So when I was sitting with this question, I realized, a storm, when I think storm, especially with the weather right now, we've got spring storms coming. You watch the radar, it's like, okay, what category are we in? What area? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That 5, I'm like, oh my gosh, let's move the car under protection, we'll put the other one in the garage. If it's a 1, it's like, oh, that's okay. If it's a 3, a little uneasy, a little uncertainty. Okay, what are we gonna do? But that's a category from the outside, right? So, if you hear the word hurricane, would that cause some stress, some anxiety? Yeah. Okay.
Especially here, I mean.
Yeah. So here, exactly. So here, we don't have an experience of a hurricane. But when we lived in Florida, right outside of Orlando, we moved down there like 20, 30 years ago, whatever. I didn't know what a hurricane was. I was visiting a friend outside of Orlando. Hurricane warnings, okay. We finished our visit, driving down the highway, and I'm thinking to myself, wow, there's nobody on the highway. Am I lucky or what? And I get home, it's like, oh yeah, because everybody's getting ready for a hurricane. But I had no concept of what a hurricane was, because it wasn't part of my experience. So I had no reference point. So a storm is really dependent on our experiences, on our perceptions, on our neurological wiring, like we talked about that last time, right? Our brains are wired based on our experiences. I had no experience of it, so I wasn't afraid. Yeah, so a storm is based on an experience, or what we hear about other people's experiences. And then I also started to think, okay, those experiences are life's happenings. So today's a day of acronyms. So an acronym that I use is for change. How do you experience change? Change for me is constant happenings affecting new growth experiences. Constant happenings affecting new growth experiences. So how do you experience change? For me, change used to feel scary. Anything I couldn't control felt unsafe. Anything that was coming at me too fast, for too long. That's the definition of a trauma. Too much, too fast, too long, not enough for too long. Let me hold on. Anything around me, let me hold on. Oh my gosh, I'm in the middle of a storm. But that was my life. Because life happens in a continuous flow of happenings. In a continuous flow of happenings. And so, my life felt like a continuous storm. I didn't know it. I didn't recognize it. It just felt normal. But I wasn't also addressing my unconscious anxiety, which was really a result of me not having the skill set or the experiences yet, the learnings yet, the lessons yet, to deal what was happening around me. And then cancer happened. And I was forced to stop because I just kept going. I kept trying to ride that storm. I kept trying to control that storm, those natural occurrences. Storms are natural. They're nature. It's life. Mm-hmm. The continual change, the constant happenings. But I wouldn't slow down enough. Remember the demonstration of, oh, this is the life, my constant doings, the storm. But if we slow down, these are the same notes, totally different feeling, allowing space between the notes, space between the thoughts, space between the actions and the reactions. Space to separate and perhaps gain a higher perspective. Space to observe what's happening. Space to breathe. Space to remember. And what are you remembering? What are you remembering? What can you remember when you slow down? So what did you remember?
Peace.
Peace. What else did you remember? What else did you remember?
Oh, I remembered me just laying back and my ex-boyfriend just holding me and watching and just looking at the leaves turning.
What else?
Gratitude.
Gratitude. It's on my bracelet today.
I remember a story my son told me that before we had bodies, that spirits used to sing, and it would make music that created color. So I was like, that's it. That was it. Yeah.
Beautiful. Beautiful. There's a meditation that my husband shared with me, where you take 3 deep breaths and then you allow a color to emerge.
Mm.
And then you allow that color to take a shape. And then you listen for a single word, and you listen for a short phrase. And that helps us remember.
Short what?
Phrase. So color, shape, word, and phrase. But we need to slow down to create the space to do that. So, one of the life lessons that I learned with cancer was when I'm caught in doing, I'm resisting being. Because my doing, now I have the language. Then I was just becoming aware, because life spirals. And we become aware of what emerges in its own time, when we're ready. And then we live with it or not, and then it keeps spiraling and it comes back. I was like, oh, there it is again. Oh, now I get it. Now it's this for me. So the spiral for the caught in doing, back then, it was a realization that it was a protective mechanism for me. It felt safe to keep doing. It felt unsafe to stop. My doing was connected to feeling valuable, feeling worthy, to contributing enough. My doing was connected to the emerging awareness of, oh, these are fears that are very deep and subconscious because I'm adopted. That deep subconscious cellular memory of, oh, am I worth keeping? No. And now, my doing, I have a different language. Oh, what part of me? we talked about parts last time, right? We have all these different aspects. What part of me is protecting me? What part of me wants to be seen? What part of me is just having fun because I like to do? I like to create. I like to work. But I'm in a season of caregiving right now for family, friends, and myself. So my life and my pace is slower. I'm slowing down and sitting in an eye of a storm every day. And it's new things, new awarenesses are coming up. And the slower I get, the more that comes up. And that's okay. Because now I have a sense of my nervous system.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 15 years ago, I was developing this new relationship with my body, with cancer, slowing down. Again, just spiraling. And this journey of life that we're on, it takes so much self-compassion. So much self-compassion. Because we've talked about this before. I see people as beautiful instruments, a harp, with our own unique set of strings, our own unique experiences and beliefs and feelings and perceptions and journeys, and it's all unique. And then based upon all of this, our neurological wiring is all unique too. So nobody is experiencing life in the same way. It's just impossible. Nobody sees life like you see life or how I see life. But we get to see reflections to learn more about ourselves. So whatever I'm seeing out here, I can turn the mirror and like, oh, what string is that reflecting? I get activated by something out here. Oh, what's sympathetically resonating? We've talked about that inside of me. What can I learn about myself? What's yet to be discovered? And this journey is a lifelong journey, and will continue till our very last breath. Because we have constant happenings affecting new growth experiences. Change is continually happening. And we are living on this continuum of change. And we are the ones in manifested form on this lineage of our ancestral line.
Mm-hmm.
We are the ones in manifested form, present, able to make the changes, able to slow down, able to be aware, able to be conscious of the threads of our epigenetic patterning. And we are the ones that get to make different choices. A phrase came while journaling a few years ago that we are the dreams of our ancestors and the memory of our grandchildren. We are, right now, the dreams of our ancestors and the memory of our grandchildren. What a gift! What a gift to be in physical form, here to live and learn and love and remember that we are one within and around us. Such gratitude. And we are so full. We are so full of patterns and lineage and fears and experiences and dreams and joys and it's mind-blowing. And in this awareness, when we slow down and when we breathe and when we can sense our nervous systems, our bodies talk to us. Our bodies let us know what's going on. We have to slow down and listen. Like, I have never been so in touch with my nervous system, ever. Because I was just so cut off from feeling to that depth. Because it didn't feel safe. But I feel it now. And for me, it's a buzz. Like I got called to do a harp gig, and my life is in a slower pace right now. So when we're in a pace, okay, and then something comes, we've talked about rhythm, right, before, and these rhythmic aspects within us, our brainwaves, our breathing, and our heartbeat. These are rhythms. Okay, and they entrain with each other. They match. These independent rhythms match up and entrain with each other. And we entrain, okay, internally and externally too. We also entrain rhythmically with each other. Our presence matches, co-regulates. What's co-regulates? Our nervous systems are co-regulating. Our nervous systems are in training. We're matching. Depending on the word that you're using and what field of study. But it's entrainment. It's when independent rhythms sync up. So I'm in this natural flow. I'm in a comfortable flow when I get a phone call. Or I get a text if I want to do this Mother's Day event. And all of a sudden, my nervous system goes like, whoa! I am so buzzy. I'm like, what is going on? I'm like, oh yeah. When I go out of the house to perform or play or share or talk, it feels so different now because I'm in a different season, I'm in a different rhythm, I'm in a different pace of my life right now, and I have to take care of a lot of other things before I leave the house. That cause or can cause a little intensity in my storm. So if I had made that moment immediately, I would have said no. But then I had to back up, slow down, take a breath, go inside, feel what part of me is saying, no, don't do that, it causes too much stress. Calm it down, turn it on its side, because this is what's, I like to do this. This is the apparent, but here's the underneath, like turn it on its head, and then there's this whole continuum. It's not just extremes, there's this continuum that's happening. Took a deep breath and realized, okay, I can do this. Conscious choice, it was acknowledging my nervous system, it was acknowledging that part that was really overwhelmed with details, calming it down, and saying, okay, we can do this. And that's how I navigated that storm. That's how I navigated that constant happening, affecting new growth experiences. Can anybody relate? I'm going to peek at my notes really quickly. Okay, so
Can I get it?
a lot of this happens in our minds because our minds can project and imagine, it can reflect and remember, but it can also expand beyond time. When we're doing something, when we are so present in a moment, it doesn't feel like time, just like, oh my gosh, it's been 3 hours. What happened? When you're doing something that you just are so absorbed in. That's the beyond time. Because truly time exists just in the mind. And so the affirmation for today is my destination is in every moment. My destination is in every moment. Because that's really all we have. And that eternal moment, with the past, present, future, everything exists simultaneously right here, right now in this moment. If we believe that, then my destination is already, it's here. I don't have to project or it's going to happen, it's going to evolve, it's going to emerge naturally. My husband has the most beautiful rose garden. And it's such a beautiful reminder that the buds are there. A few months ago, it looked like everything was dead. But then it's patience. It's patience. You cannot force a flower to bloom. You can't say, come on, here we go. What a waste of energy is that? That's such a waste of energy. And you can't stop it when it's ready. It's like, oh, go back, just go back. Come on, don't bloom too much. You can't force a flower to bloom, and you can't stop it when it's ready. You can't force ourselves to bloom, but you can't stop it when it's ready. It takes so much trust. It takes so much self-compassion. It takes so much faith and awareness that everything happens in its own time. So how do we bring ourselves back into the moment so that we can peacefully and joyfully, or however you want to experience the moment, move through these constant happenings affecting new growth experiences, this change, these continual moments of change? How do we flow with them? How do we dance with them? I used to call it dancing with the details. All the details, and I like just dance with the details. But we experienced some of that at the very beginning when I played. The memories that bring you peace. Go to those. Those are flip switches when you feel stressed, anxious, storm warnings. Take a deep breath and go to that place that you went to this morning when we first started. Go to gratitude. Be grateful for this gift of being a soul in physical form. Be grateful for the one in manifested form of this continuum. And stay connected to our bodies, our senses. Our senses are a wonderful gift and a wonderful way to become fully present right now. Feel the pressure of your feet on the floor. Where is your body being supported? What do you hear? What do you see? What do you smell? I'm going to play for a moment, and I'm just going to give you an opportunity to just connect to your senses in this, and however feels comfortable for you. So I'd like to leave you with one more acronym for storm. Seeing turbulence, or remembering myself. Seeing turbulence on the outside, all the changes, all the happenings, or turning the mirror and remembering myself. Remembering to slow down. And myself, the self, can be in all capitals. I like to say my soul's joy of being. J-O-B. My soul's joy of being. It's my job to remember that. So I hope today gave you some insight into how to navigate and sit in the eye of a storm. Thank you.